really proud of our team. Just a complete performance, all three phases. That's really, I think, 2 games in a row that I think we've complemented each other well. Started with the kickoff return to open the game. 40-yard return set us up with good field position, and offense took the ball down, got points. Defense got a 3 and out, and really just created great early momentum. But just a complete performance. I thought it was a dominant game. Second largest margin of victory for us against a ranked opponent in our history. And you know what? That's what we were out to do. We wanted to play our best game today, and I think that we did just that. I thought that we executed really well on offense, ran the ball a lot more than the stats show, but a lot of our runs turned into passes, and we took what was there. I thought our quarterback played awesome. I thought he was a little geeked up early, missed a couple of deep balls where we didn't really get a chance to make a competitive play, but he was on the money. I mean, he made some big time throws. Our receivers did a great job making plays and yards after the catch, we ran the ball enough that really created some explosives in the pass game off the run. I think that was a real mindset for them coming in, was to try to stop us from running the football. And but just really thought we protected well. I think they got us twice. One time we had a green dog that we didn't handle very well, but I thought we did a nice job from a protection standpoint. And again, just a lot of big plays all across the board. So did a good job down there in the red zone, scoring touchdowns. Travis had 3 touchdowns. I think he's the first guy in the history of our school to have 3 games in a row, 3 touchdowns in 3 games in a row. And defensively, just a dominant performance. They got outside of us a couple of times on the stretch play, but we really did a nice job the entire game. Unfortunate that they got that touchdown. We had a critical penalty on Christian on the roughing the passer, and kind of gave them new life. We were off the field there, and they went down and put a good drive together. But I thought our defense was awesome. We had 10 tackles for loss. We controlled the line of scrimmage, stop on downs, 3 turnovers. Kayvon got a great pick. Jalen got a great pick. And then Big Dex came up with a huge fumble. So just a lot of good things. And then the same thing in special teams, a complete game. Big-time kickoff return. Our kickoff coverage continues to be really good. The punt return, we snuffed out the fake punt. That was a huge, that was a well-designed play that they had, and our guys did a great job having their eyes on the right things, being disciplined, playing their responsibility, and got to stop and create a great field position for the offense. So just, again, I thought the team created energy for each other, and we won the turnover margin. So +2, so that's big for us. I think that puts us back on the plus side of the margin for the season. So that's a great step for us as well. But just proud of our team for so many reasons. I think that their preparation and their commitment was evident today. I really sensed that we were going to play a great game. I really was just trying to keep them loose, as I think they wanted to play this game like Monday. And so it was just a matter of really just kind of keeping them dialed back a little bit. This was a great matchup. 2 undefeated teams. NC State's a very good team. They got a very good defensive front. Unbelievable quarterback. That kid's a great player. And they were leading this league in passing coming in here. And, there was a lot of talk and a lot of challenge, challenging our back 7 on whether or not we could hold up and all that stuff. And I thought our guys did a phenomenal job making plays on the ball, competitive plays. I don't know how many pass breakups we had, but it was a bunch. Started with A.J., the very first one. I think it was the very first, maybe second down. He makes a great play on the ball. Just thought technique-wise we did a really nice job from a coverage standpoint. We were well positioned. Again, our front played well. I thought Nolan Turner played a great game. He was a big factor for us today. We played a lot of dime. And he played a lot of snaps in there and made some big stops. Also had the onside kick for us. So Just really a complete game. We didn't win the division, but we control our own destiny, and that's what we wanted to. So we knew the winner of this one was going to be able to say that. And so another tough one next week, going on the road back to Florida State. That's not going to be an easy task. We've never won down there back-to-back trips. So they're one of the best programs in college football history. So I don't really care about what their record is. I don't know what they did today. I just know they're Florida State. So we'll enjoy this tonight. This was a really great win for our team, especially where we are right now. I thought DK came up big for us today. He's a young guy starting to grow up a little bit as well. And so just excited. We played 85 guys. 85 players got in the game, you know, 2 undefeated teams. And that just shows the confidence that we have in our guys. We played a lot of guys early in the game. And I thought Travion Thompson had some big plays today as well. Renfro, he kind of always has 1 or 2 about every game. I thought our 9 men were dominant. You know, T and Justin and DeAndre, I think all of them had some good moments. So just, again, a complete performance, really proud of our team, and, you know, we'll grow from it. Still a lot of things that we can improve on from this game, a lot of mistakes that we can do better.
Coach, you got a lot of questions this week about starting slow offensively. How important was it to get that touchdown in the opening drive to set the tempo for the game?
I mean, it's good. I mean, you know, I as I said earlier, I mean, it's a 4-quarter game, you know, so I don't really freak out if we don't score on the opening drive. I mean, I've been around teams that scored a lot the opening possession, and then we couldn't score crap in the second half. So, you know, I just want to put a good game together, but we want to score every time we get it, to be honest with you, or at least make that drive in with a kick, you know, a punt, an extra point, or a field goal. That's always our goal. But it was great. You know, we had good rhythm right out of the gate, and you know, I thought Tony and Jeff did an awesome job with just our preparation this week, and we did a lot of, like I said, self-study, a lot of crossover study over open date, and you know, we I think came out of the game pretty healthy again, so that's a blessing.
Were you surprised that NC State, you know, 3rd and 20 yards on a draw play, and then they punt on 4th and 1? Were you surprised at that, or was that something you expected?
I mean, I just play the game as they call. I don't try to get in their head and worry about how they call things. That's for them to worry about. I just, you know, whatever they decide to do, if they want to go for it, we're gonna try to stop them. We did stop them on I think it was a 4th and 1 right there at the end there. We stopped them on down. So if they want to punt it, we'll put our punt team out there. So whatever. That's for them to answer.
Dabo, have you ever had as much trust in 2nd and 3rd team guys as you do right now?
Probably not. I just think that that's one of our assets this year. This team, we're a very deep team. We've got a lot of guys that deserve to play. A lot of guys who are functional players, meaning that they're going to go play winning football for you. There's not a lot of drop off in certain areas, and we trust them. So I mean, that serves you well, and that was part of our first half of our season. You know, really developing the depth that we have, and some of the young guys too, kind of stepping forward. The Xavier Thomases, those type of guys, the Justin Fosters, DK, you know, Justin Ross, some of these young guys that have stepped up, giving us good depth. Even the guys in the offensive line. I mean, we played a lot of guys up front, so you know, it's good. You see Nolan and Denzel out there early. We trust those guys. I mean, they've earned that, and it just makes us better. It keeps everybody on edge at practice. Every rep counts, and competition is a wonderful thing, and we got a lot of it on this team.
Can you speak back on that? The 85 guys you played today. Talk about Chase Bryce and those guys going in there in the 4th quarter, that drive, 84 yards.
Yeah.
What kind of luxury is it to have the guy like that to throw him in that late in the game and trust him all the way down the field?
And we let them play. You know, I didn't want to go out there and just hand the ball. I want them to play. I mean, Chase needs all the experience he can get. You know, critical decision making. Like I said, a lot of our run game are passes, and he had some of the same things happen, and it made a great throw to Justin. You know, the ball was supposed to be outside, and Justin kind of came inside, and Chase just reloaded and threw a dart on an inside route and just made the adjustment. They made a couple nice deep ball throws too. I mean, he's a really good football player who's same thing. His confidence has obviously grown a lot since the Syracuse game, but just the reps he's getting in practice every day, and you know, because they're getting all that work. So it's been good to see those guys go in there and play well, especially those guys up front too. See Linjay got in there, and he's a tough runner, and his confidence has really come on. He's a kid that'll help us for sure down the stretch.
Can you elaborate on what you saw over the guys on Monday? Were they just kind of stewing, or was it the open day?
You know, we were coming off a bye, and they were ready to get back to work. You know, they were coming out of our leadership meetings and kind of listening to some of the comments of the guys. I just knew that the mindset was right where it needed to be, and then watching how we practiced and how we prepared, there was a real edge to this group all week. They were eager to get back to work, and you know, especially coming off a great performance up there at Wake. You know, they were excited to go play, and then you know, I mean, listen, you're getting ready to play an undefeated team at home, homecoming, all that stuff. You know, it's a lot of fun. So I think the open date was great, but when you're a competitor, I mean, it was nice, but I think everybody missed playing, and we were ready to get back to work. So I knew it wasn't going to take much to get them ready from a mindset standpoint, but I thought our leadership just did another awesome job this week.
Speaking of eager,